All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about weight gainers, calorie boosters. We're going to be talking about Dyne. So when I purchased the Cane Corso that I have, the puppy that I just got, I noticed the breeder had a lot of bottles of Dyne around his house. Everywhere. Dyne, 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 everywhere. So what I noticed was, okay, he's really putting this weight on these Corsos. And he's really trying to make sure they're, real thick and healthy. So a lot of times when you see somebody do something, you take note. And of course, obviously, I always wanted to give my dogs Dyne and different things like that. Supplements that'll put weight on your dog easily. So today when I went to the store and I saw a bottle of Dyne, they wanted $78 for it. If you go online, they got it for like $38 or $48 for the Dyne. But if you look on the back of the Dyne, the ingredients are eggs, milk, soybean oil, and corn syrup. So if you know that those ingredients are what's in Dyne, it's safe to say what I'm about to say is a public service announcement. I am not a veterinarian nor dog nutrition. And my favorite saying is, don't do as I do. Don't do as I say not to do. This is something that I'm doing. I wouldn't recommend you guys do what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what can be done and the possibilities of things, that can be done and what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're about to make some Dyne, fellas. So the only ingredient here that we don't have that Dyne has is vanilla flavoring, but we got our syrup flavor, so they're going to have to, this is the hood syrup that we use in the hood. Me, it's flavored, artificially flavored maple, baby. I only personally eat 100% real maple. Come in a glass bottle, or or I get it in a big plastic thing. It's like $50, $60. I do not drink fake maple syrup. I only drink pure 100% maple syrup. But for dogs, y'all gonna get this shit right here. But right now, what's going on is this. We got dog food that is not the greatest quality of dog food, if there is a such thing as a good quality dog food. But what we want to do is reduce the amount of dog food we give our dogs, but increase the calorie content that the dogs get. And that way we can reduce the amount of stool that we have to clean up. We can reduce the amount of cleaners that we have to use to clean up the stool. And we can reduce the food bill in a way. And also better healthify the dogs, make the dogs more healthy. So without further ado, let's just say this. We're going to take this ground beef to supplement for the eggs that we're not going to be using, because my wife ain't trying to let me use the eggs. And I wasn't going to buy no eggs because I feel like it can't be possibly that much eggs in the bottle. And we're going to use this cake mixer right here to mix everything up. We're going to be using this beef to add a little bit of beef flavoring and also the little beef fat, and also we're going to be using this, got the little iron and calcium, small amounts of vitamins, and also it's 4 ounces, contains 350 calories. So basically this shit is 270 calories of fat. So basically this ground beef ain't nothing but fat too. But we're going to be using this ground beef. As you can see, it adds a little bit of calories. Actually, a lot of calories, 4 ounces of this. And then we also have our milk powder. We're actually going to be getting bigger bags of this stuff, because this is actually a small bag. I think we can get a 10-pound bag of this for the same price we pay for this, but we got to go to a different store. As you can see, this is it has 15% vitamin D, 20% calcium, 8% potassium, 15% vitamin E. And what you'll notice is that's not a whole super amount of calories, but the dog food that we use doesn't, I mean, the Dyne in itself, if you look at the ingredients in Dyne, it doesn't have a lot of calories. But if you look at the calorie content on this, is you know, a whole ounce of this will give you 80 calories. So this is really low in calories. But if you come over to here, you come over to this syrup, and you'll see that 2 tablespoons of this syrup is 100 calories. And if you look over here at this vegetable oil, you'll see that that thing is 1 tablespoon, 120 calories. So what that's going to do, by us mixing these supplements together, what we're going to be doing is boosting the calorie content in each bowl of dog food. But we're going to actually reduce the amount of dog food that we're giving the dogs. We're going to try to give them no more than 2.5 cups a day. 2.5 cups. Right now they get a full bowl. They need a full bowl of dog food a day to really get them going. The problem with that is they don't eat, they might not want to eat the whole full bowl all at once. Then by the dog food being mostly just corn or whatever, it takes a lot of room up in their belly, and it takes a long time to digest and this and that. And so basically we want to reduce the amount of dog food we're giving them. So we're going to supplement the dog food with these supplements. Not quite sure. Hey! We're not quite sure how much of this I'm going to give. But I'm going to give like a gigantic tablespoon. It's going to be like 2 or 3 ounces. But we're going to mix this up. And we're going to add extra calories to their dog food. And then probably just add a piece of chicken to it. So we'll try to give them, you know, 2 cups of dog food. We got 1 cup of dog food. That's 300 calories, 370. And then if you watch my other video, you'll see one of my shorts. We brought some Diamond High Energy. That's 430 something calories per cup. So, you know, if you add, if you balance that up, 2 cups of dog food, they'll probably be getting about 800. Then we'll probably add this 9, 10, 11, and then a piece of chicken, 1,400 calories, something like that. They need a lot more than that, but maybe we'll add 2 pieces of chicken. We normally give 2 pieces of chicken, but we want to try to give 1. We're just trying to really streamline the amount of food that we're giving and streamline the amount of dog food, man. Cut it back a lot. But once I mix all these things up, normally I would take the milk and mix it with water and pour it in the dog food. But then that splashes everywhere and gets milk, water everywhere. Then I gotta clean it up. Then if you go to this ground beef, you know, you gotta, how do I say this? You gotta really mix this ground. I mean, you gotta process the ground beef, freeze it, unprocess it, and then it's really hard to really distribute it to all the dogs. But basically, we're just using it. We're using the milk and the beef to really bring the value of the proteins and the calories up. These other calories from sugar and fats, we're gonna just hope that those are absorbed straight into the body and give the dog the energy it needs. And then also with this oil, you know, it also has omega-3s and omega-6s, you know, so we're going to hopefully we increase the coat, the shiny coat, and the fur. Right now we dump bowls and bowls of dog food outside, and it's a hell of a strategy, but it takes too long. What we want to be able to get to is a point where we can provide a bowl that's just full of all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that they need. You know, so we'll give like 2 or 3 cups of dog food plus this, and they'll have all the energy they need. And it'll be a lot cheaper than buying the Dyne, which is $50. All this right here, it was $20 for that ground beef. The milk was $8 a piece, I believe. Well, I could be wrong. So yeah, no, $8. So you're talking $36 right there. Well, let's just call it, yeah, $36 right there. 16 plus 20 is 36, plus the 12 for the oil. 12, 36, 40, 48, plus these things. So all this right here combined costs about the same price as a bottle of Dyne if you ordered it, I believe. And as you can see, I'm gonna be able to make way more than a gallon, because right there off the jump, that's a whole gallon of oil. I'm probably not gonna use that whole gallon of oil, because I just see that I have like a quarter gallon back there that I didn't even know I had. So we're gonna mix all this stuff up, keep it frozen, and what we're gonna do is, it shouldn't freeze because of the amount of oil in it. We should be able to just scoop it right out and, you know, put it right in the dog bowls, and then that'll be their extra nutrients. And, you know, we're gonna really reduce the amount of food we're giving them. And even if we can't reduce the amount of food by a whole lot, let's just say we give 3 cups a day plus some of this. You know, this is going to definitely give them an energy boost and a calorie boost. Oh, and also we got 2 dogs in heat right now, and 2 males that are just constantly wanting to breed with these dogs. So that they're not eating, they're losing weight. And then you got a dog in heat, that's dog losing weight. And then you also have a puppy that's rambunctious. He doesn't want to eat at times, and we just want them to be able to get their calories that they need. Even if they get a good solid, they can get that good solid meal in of a good 1,400 calories. We good. They say that the dog needs more than that, but I think that a dog probably only needs about 1,000, 12 to 1,000 calories a day, you know. So we also will be feeding a lot of other things. They get a lot of scraps, and they're gonna get chicken, but we're gonna reduce the amount of chicken that they get too, man. We're gonna try to give them like 1 piece of chicken. 1 piece of chicken, this supplement, and 2 cups of dog food. And we also get a lot of stuff from other people, family members, and we get that to them. So this is just an idea for y'all, you know, on how you can, you know, maybe boost your dog food if you're trying to get them bigger. You know, we're trying to get our dogs a little bit bigger, but we're not trying to give them a whole bunch of dog food to do it, which we're doing now. You know, because then you got to time it. You know, it's a science to this, man. A lot of y'all, if you got an outside kennel where you can just dump food on them, you ain't got to worry about that, because you just dump it and let it sit. But I got to keep cleaning my yard 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. So, not 6 times, but maybe at least 3 or 4 times a day. So we're going to do what we got to do, guys. We about to make this done.